When you start doing science, you'll find it necessary to increase your vocabulary, but don't grab a dictionary or go to the library. Just cue up this track and you'll be very happy that you did, because I'm going to give you some introductory vocab that will get you going on your scientific journey. Think you're ready? Science is the collection of knowledge or information. It's based on questions stemming from your observation. You see, hear, taste, or smell something in the world around you that makes you wonder, makes you think about what you might look into, and that's the start of the scientific method. A series of steps designed to help you keep your head when expanding your knowledge and exploring new ideas. It acts more as a guideline with quite a bit of freedoms. To answer your question from your observation, we develop a hypothesis as an explanation. The hypothesis is an educated guess that can be tested through experimentation to determine if it is correct. During the experiment, you'll want to collect your data, probably put it into a table to be used after. To help make it clear, you might put your results into a graph. It's easier to read and can make a big impact. Make sure you use the right graph for every situation. A bar graph comes in handy when comparing numeric relations. A circle graph or pie graph compares parts of a whole, and a line graph is when change over time is your goal. The data needs analysis to know if you're wrong or right. If it doesn't support your hypothesis, then you just might need to repeat the experiment and look for any error. When you get consistent results, then your conclusion will be clear. When you start doing science, you'll find it necessary to increase your vocabulary, but don't grab a dictionary or go to the library. Just cue up this track and you'll be very happy that you did, because I'm gonna give you some introductory vocab that will get you going on your scientific journey. Think you're almost ready? Let's look at how we test your hypothesis in science. We put together a control test, an experimental design. A valid experiment will only test one thing. Too many variables and you can't learn anything. The independent variable is what we will be testing. The truth of your hypothesis is what we are addressing. The dependent variable is what we will be measuring. It's the results of what you change. It's the data we're collecting. Everything else needs to remain the same. The constants in an experiment never ever change. Your results won't mean much without something to compare to. That's why a good experiment will always have a control group. The control is the group that does not get tested, so you can compare the results of the data you've collected. This will let you know if you're on the right track or if your hypothesis is absolutely whack. Sharing information is a cornerstone of science. Often collaboration can result in major triumphs. By following the guidelines of the scientific method, your results are more likely to be respected and accepted. Peer-reviewed journals are a great source of info and also a good place to put your work into. Other scientists can review the work that you've done, and the results get more credibility in the long run. When you start doing science, you'll find it necessary to increase your vocabulary, but don't grab a dictionary or go to the library. Just cue up this track and you'll be very happy that you did, because I'm gonna give you some introductory vocab to get you going on your scientific journey. I think you're close to ready. A final verse to put more science words into your brain. Remember, science is the collection of knowledge and information. Technology is the application of that scientific knowledge and ranges from cell phones to cryogenic storage. Another group of terms can sometimes cause despair. Hypothesis, theory, and law, and the difference is there. Hypotheses, as we know, are educated guesses. We set up an experiment and that is how we test them. Theories are hypotheses that have stood the test of time. They're supported by the evidence from multiple trials. They're often explanations many scientists get behind. Because there's so much to support them, they're difficult to deny. Laws are explanations that are always gonna be true. They explain what natural phenomena are always gonna do. A couple examples are thermodynamics and that pesky gravity. Like them or not, believe it or not, they're always gonna be. Science words don't have to be super challenging. With a little background knowledge, they won't be baffling. Take the time to study notes and learn vocabulary, then the scientific language won't be your adversary. Now that you are doing science, you know it's necessary to increase your vocabulary, but don't grab a dictionary or go to the library. Just cue up this track and you'll be very happy that you did, because I'm giving you some introductory vocab that will get you going on your scientific journey. Now you're ready.